Hi, I'm Amy with Momma-Builds. Come build with me. So today I am going to be sharing for the very first time my Ancient Americas village, which really started out as an Ancient Americas village, but then kind of amalgamed as I did more houses and more I don't know, parts of the village further out. They kind of changed and amalgamed as I went, as I was trying new things. So let's go ahead and check out what I've done. There's probably going to be a couple of tours just to see the whole village because as you can see all the way down this river, I've got houses on both sides, pyramids all the way down to the harbor there on the other side. And then same thing with here. I have, this is kind of the village center right here with the plaza and then a bridge with some houses on this side. But then there's houses down a little river all the way over here, all the way to the other side of the mountain, which is why I picked this spot. And there's just a lot of houses, a lot of things to see. So it's going to be a couple of tours of videos worth probably for sure. So, anyways, I found this mountain and I really loved the shape. It reminds me of a mountain that I don't live there anymore, but I lived in this house up in the Cascades, and it had a mountain in my backyard that was shaped very, very similar to this. And I really, really loved looking out my bedroom and my kitchen window and seeing the beautiful mountain. And like I said, it was shaped just like this one, so that's why I chose this spot because it reminded me of that house and living in that that little mountain town. So here we go. Let's get started. I like this river. It's got a harbor on that side, a harbor down on the other side. And I just imagined people, coming down the river and um, parking their boats all along these different areas. So let's start over on this side first. Um, let's take a little swim. All right, so we have all these different um, little village stands. So like this is a fishmonger. I've got another one over on the other side of the plaza, right? So this is a guy selling fish. He's right here next to the river. We've got some fresh water right there, a fountain coming out, a store with some materials to sell here. We've got stands with cakes, pumpkins, watermelons, candles, just all kinds of different things, right? I've got like a little worker man shop here for the bows and arrows. I've got a blacksmithing shop over here. So just all kinds of different stands selling different things and different services. You come up, music boxes. This is kind of the start of my houses. That's my very first house, which we will be touring today. A guy that's selling craft tables. This is my first little row that I made. We got some hay, some pots, just some other things, plants, cake, that kind of stuff. Then you come up to this next level, and this is the plaza level. And in the plaza, we have this little pyramid, which I think of as like a tomb, right? Like maybe a past king or something is buried inside of the pyramid. And then I have, this is kind of I don't want to say a sacrificial site, but I was just thinking like this was an altar of some kind where maybe they make sacrifices to their gods. So this is kind of like a sacrificial area, a religious type of a building. And then this was meant to be the current throne for the current leader of the village. So this would be where he sits, overlooks his village and his realm. It rains a lot in this world, so be prepared for that. But yeah, so I really, really liked it. It was a lot of fun. One of the reasons why I decided to make this an ancient American village is that I felt the tough really kind of embodied that feel. So this was right after the tuff was put into um, the building materials, and I really wanted to kind of explore the tuff and build with it for the very first time. So this is what I felt um, really went with that brick. So there you go, with that block. So yeah, so over on this side, actually, we have a couple more villager like stands selling different things. We've got a bridge with different types of houses, different sizes. This is one of the houses I wanted to share with you today. So, from the outside, this house looks like a pretty small house, kind of right on the side of the cliff, but I wanted to show you. It's got some cool features to it. So, you come on in, and this little upstairs area, we've got a little bed up here, little guest bed, a little sitting area. Not very big, not that great, but when you go down, you've got this big grand fireplace that's open, another little living area, your dining room area. Come down here to this little sunken kitchen, which is kind of fun. And then over to the other side, we have a little sunken bedroom. But the funnest part is there's this little trap door, and when you go down, and it doesn't always want to let me, there we go. It takes you to this cool little like living area. You got your boat, you can get in your boat and go fishing or go down the river. There's a table and like outdoor cooking space. I just thought that was cool. I like that a lot. So come out so you can see what it looks like. So that's one of my favorite houses. Um, like I said, it's pretty big. There's a lot of different houses to tour. The plaza was definitely like the first thing that I built right here. And then once I got done with the plaza, I started making houses, and I'm going to show you the very first house that I built. I built it with the tuft because I wanted it to keep that ancient America's look. But then as I started doing more houses, I wanted to change it up, and I didn't want them to all look exactly the same. And so then I started really changing it up, the style and everything. So um, yeah, I have some regrets about doing that, but I also like that I did it. So here's this cute little like villager house, right? It's kind of reminiscent of the villager houses that Minecraft actually makes. It's very small, just one room. We've got some chests, a bed, a small little kitchen area, and a table. So not very big. It's really hard for me to build small, but I did. So I think that's pretty cute. My other house, like my second house that I built that I really wanted to kind of embody, um, got some more villager stands over here that I really wanted to embody the kind of more older house was this. Looks has like a more ancient or traditional, maybe is a better way to say it, look to it. It's a little bit bigger. It's got a little bit bigger of a table and kitchen area, a little sitting family room area. Then you go up the ladder and you've got your little bedroom. So most of these houses are one bedroom. Some of them do have two. I think there may even be one or two that have three very small bedrooms, but there's not that many. So lots of different, we've got these little docks down here. It's another little river that's also lined with different houses. So those were my first two houses. Let's do this guy. He has some of the tough. He kind of embodies some of that original look that I was going for. Go in, little bedroom area, living room area, kitchen, some pots for storage in this house, and a table. So kind of cute. They're all small, like I said, but that was the whole point, was to try to make small houses. This house has a little shed. Let's go up and do this little house over here. Kind of looks different. I like he's got this cool like stairway. I did a lot of moss just to make him look a little more fun, a little more ancient. You come in, and this guy is like really different than the rest of the houses. He's got a little kitchen and dining room set over here, then a little living room, and then his bedroom's over here in the corner. But I really like he's got this cute little outdoor space that kind of dead ends into the waterfall of the mountain, which I think is kind of fun. He's got like this easy area to get fresh water or bathe or do his laundry, whatever. I think that's kind of cool. So just kind of fun, kind of different. But like I said, this was an ancient America's world starting off, and then it kind of got more modern as I went and a little bigger. Like I said, it's so hard for me to build small. Those were some of my first houses in this world. The complete tough stone, the red one, and then the yellow one. Um, I don't know. There was a couple more I wanted to show you. I'll probably do two more. These were some of my first ones, and then I'll probably close out the video. But this guy is just a small little purple one. He's got a little living room, bedroom, then the little kitchen area. So not very big. I'm surprised. I should have done like a table right here. This is probably the start of my bigger houses. I was just like, okay, I've done a lot of really small houses. Let's see if we could try to do small but two-story. So this was my first like small two-story house. You come in, it's got an entryway, it's got a cute little living room. I even did paintings in this one. A kitchen and a table. So kind of cute. And then a staircase upstairs, and you've got two open bed areas up here. So even though this is a bigger one, it's not that big. It's still pretty small. All right. But I actually did like paths and stuff like that. I never really do that in my worlds, but I tried really hard to make it look like a real village with the paths and the bridges and all that good stuff. So you come in this house, a little living room. He's got like a jazzy floor with the blue glazed terracotta, a little kitchen, little table. Then he has a little upstairs as well. All right. So I think that's going to be it for this tour. I'm going to go ahead and turn it to day so I can get a good um, thumbnail because I only record my PS4 time, and my thumbnails are often out of the last three like little bits of my videos. So I'm going to come over this way. I really love this village. It was a lot of fun. I actually haven't been in this world in a little while, but I did spend a lot of time trying to make this village cool, trying to make it fun. I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you a couple of other areas in this village, different types of houses that I've done. Um, yeah, so come on back for more and feel free to visit my channel. Please like, subscribe. It helps push out my videos to people that might like watching videos like this, might enjoy them. Come on back to my channel, see the different types of videos that I make. I make a lot of different tours and tutorials of suburban and modern realistic houses. This obviously is a little bit different. than what I normally do, but I wanted to share it with you. So I hope you're enjoying it, and there'll be more videos in this world to come. As I continue doing my suburban and modern house tours and tutorials, I also do build battles with my kids. I do a little bit in survival, and I'm going to try to incorporate more of that over the summer, since I'm going to be home with my kids and be able to do longer videos with them. And so I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful day. Please like, subscribe, and as always, keep building.